It's my theme music. Every good hero should have some.
All right, guys, welcome to the Drive-In Podcast. I'm Lamont.
And I'm Alex.
And we watch bad movies
so you don't have to.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest in the building. We've been trying to get this dude on the pod forever. He's a hard man to find. Matter of fact, y'all know he got so many names. It's Christopher, it's Daryl, it's Unc. You know, he outside. So but on our podcast, we like to call him Alexis's dad because she comes on and she's our animation correspondent. So, Mr. Neely, welcome to the podcast. We're trying to get you for a minute. Welcome in, brother.
Hey, man, I'm glad to be here, man. I enjoy the work, not just when Alexis is on with y'all. I love the breakdowns of the movies. I love even the disagreement that comes up from time to time and the justification of the disagreement. I love it.
Yeah. So, listen, we had to bring you in because we like to run back. Since it's Black History Month, we wanted to start out with one of the OG films. We wanted to rock out with Cooley High.
It was the best of times. They were the best of friends. They made the best of memories.
Why don't you go somewhere?
Your place or mine?
Those cool days. Coolie High.
And we had to bring you in because we know you got lots of hot takes on it. So, Coolie High came out in 1975, coming-of-age story in Chicago. You guys, what was your first introduction to the movie?
My first introduction to it was an introduction I shouldn't have had. It's almost like the Richard Pryor albums around 75. I'm 4 going on 5 years old at the time, and you listen to stuff you really shouldn't be listening to, and it's impactful, but you really don't truly get it yet. So although I'd seen Coolie High in the 70s, it was only until I got to high school and really appreciated what I had watched as a elementary student and now as a high school student. I mean, it's just an unapologetic, coming of age story in Black America. It's one of those movies that you watch it and you begin to look at your circle of friends and say who's who.
So which one were you in the group? Which one were you?
I would have been a blend between Preach and Cochise. I didn't play officially on the basketball team, but I was, because of the wit and the humor, it was kind of popular. But I was also the smart guy, so I'm gonna go with Preach.
Okay, that's fair. What about you, Alex? How were you introduced to Coolie High?
Introduced to Coolie High back in high school during the Boys to Men era, when Boys to Men first came out, and they had Coolie High harmonies, and it was like, yeah, y'all know that's a movie to that, because when they did what's the song that is in the movie?
It's so hard to say.
I just wanted to hear if y'all could sing it. That's all I wanted to do. But yeah, with them doing that, it opened up the door to go and check out the movie. Which, coming up, I was a movie buff, so to go to your local movie rental store, Blockbuster. Shout out to Blockbuster, R.I.P. To go there and check out those movies. Coolie High was the introduction for me to the 70 exploitation films. It was like the gateway drug to this whole era of cinema where Black writers, directors, actors came together in Black Hollywood and wasn't the best stuff, but it was our stuff. Yeah. And that opened my eyes to, which added more power to the stuff we were seeing in our day from the Spike Lee films and other directors that came out, which was the next generation of guys that were doing great things. So Cooley High for me, It was one of my high school favorites. Learn and like Neely said, it was like you get yourself and you get to learn your circle of friends. Everybody has the avatar of one of those type of friends, or you were one of those people in that group, and it was like, oh, he's the scumbag, but he's cool though. You know, you got to have the guy that can run, get the girls. You got to have the guy that's smart, and in between the camaraderie of all the guys, it's got to be some signifying, as they say in the film. You know, so
Yeah.
your mama jokes and all that type of stuff was stuff that we did. So great film when I was in high school. How about you, Lamont? What about
You know
you? How
what?
was you introduced?
I didn't watch it till after Boys in the Hood. Like I
Mm.
I was in love with Boys in the Hood, and my dad was like my dad got me into movies. Like he's the guy that was like, you got to watch Goodfellas, you got to watch, Godfather, you got to watch Scarface, you got to watch all these films. And he was like, once I saw Boys and really loved it, he's like, you got to that's not the original. Like you got to go back and you got to watch it. Then when I saw Coolie High, I just fell in love with it. Like I love Preach, I love Coach East. Like it reminded me of my friend group, and I just love the way they were telling us. Like the city was a part of the story. Like my dad and my grandfather's from Chicago, so I recognize some of the city. Like when you see it, you're like, they made the city part of the story. It was cool to see a story about us. And then when you go back and do the research and you feel like you see how many movies and TV shows Eric Monty and these guys touched. Like, yeah, this is Cooley High, but Cooley High begat like the Jeffersons, Archie Bunker, Fred Sanford, like all these came out of this one movie. So I just really loved it and introduced me to Glenn Thurman. Like we knew him as Colonel Taylor later on, but when you see his performance in this, you're like, that brother should have been a movie star. Like
Mhm.
that, he should have been Portier. Like he should have, like I don't know what happened. Well, we know what happened, but with his performance, it was so good. He could have been the breakout star if he would have been born 20 years later. He would have been your Morris Chestnut. He would have been, your Ricky. Like he would have been the guy that blew up out after the movie. But again, I really enjoyed it. I really loved it, and the fact that when you're looking at it now with older eyes, it still holds up. Like like that's what's shocking. I saw it again last night. I was like, man, this movie really holds up. Like, and the acting is in some places the acting is really good, some is not, but you could definitely see the stars, and the stars that were in it, they're still shining right now, bro. Like like Colonel Taylor, Joe Jackson, like these guys are still working. So I don't know. I just thought looking at it again, did you still get the same feeling from it?
I did from a nostalgia standpoint, man. I got my Public Enemy hoodie on and my Tougaloo baseball hat, but I'm gonna take it to Jackson State, Lamont. When you go to a Jack State game, it really doesn't matter what the Sonic Boom is doing right now. It's the nostalgia feel of it for you. So
Yeah.
like you see it with a different lens. So like my maturity eyes now when I watch the iconic Cooley High, yeah, I see some continuity problems. I
Yeah.
see when they get the red ink off the teacher's desk and they get it on his shirt when he come out to school. Ain't no red ink on the shirt. I get it, but that
Mhm.
ain't what you
Yeah.
watch Cooley High for. You watch it because of the situational awareness of urban Black America, and I imagine it translate to rural Black America as well. And I used to always, man, trip out on like, damn, do they run everywhere in Chicago? Because me and my boys, when we hang out in Jackson, like they run, they ran to the park, they ran to the zoo. They were like, y'all, you can walk, man.
It
So I
felt
used to
like
trip
it,
out
it
on
felt like juice. It felt like juice. Remember in
Yeah,
juice
that.
when
Yeah,
like we run so much we on the track team. Like that felt so real.
yeah,
yeah.
that's the part. The little takeaways like that, man. And as again, when you grow old and you start putting yourself in the shoes, you also recognize some stuff. You go like, okay, I get it. That's a movie, but that wouldn't happen in real life because ain't no brother that bet his brother about getting the girl gonna tell the girl while they in the bed, oh yeah, I'm gonna get my dollar because I won the bet. Like that. That's not. But the first time I watched the movie when I was a little kid, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But when I watched it older, I was like, okay, that part wouldn't happen in real life.
Nah, you're not doing that. That's just bad.
And the evolution of uh airing out the party. Like we grew up in a time if somebody go pop that trunk, ka ka ka, and everybody clip. This Joker airs out the party with a razor blade. It's like he got
Yeah.
a knife.
But dog, he was clearly known for it because they
Right,
had a discussion at the door like, Damon, don't do that shit you be doing now.
right. Don't be starting no fight over here. And it's just when we watch it, we learn the common areas. Like teenage years are gonna always be about fun times, trying to get as much sex as you can, and build memories because we don't know what we're gonna be when we grow up. Because life always has a way of when you grow up, you grow apart. So it made to watch it with older eyes, it make you kind of you like Neely said, it's nostalgic, but then it makes you reflect on uh just growing up, and it's like, dang, we might not have stole a car, but just getting in the car, like this scene where they was having a good time in the car, puts you in the same feel of the scene with on school days when they were riding in the car to KFC. Like
Yeah.
those hopping in the cars when gas was 95 cents, and you could everybody contribute $1 and we could ride all day.
Yeah.
Seemed like
Look,
it was
look, you talk
it was
about
just it just
riding all.
made you think about a happier time. And now I talk about it with my best friends, like we on deck, we the old guy, we the old heads now talking about, oh, you young bucks don't know about having fun because blah blah. And we're saying the same things older people used to tell us when we were young. So to go back and watch this with the gray hair eyes, as I call them, it's pretty dope to see that being young, fearless, and thinking you're immortal goes on, and it goes on from different generations. And you watch coming of age movies now, and it's the same thing. Try to have sex with as many people you can. Look, have adventures, and truth be told, a lot of people experimented with drugs and alcohol. And one of the greatest scenes in the film for me was the libation scene where Coach Chief, even when they were doing wrong, he was trying to give respect to the brothers who ain't here, you know.
Yeah,
And
that was dope.
that's one of the ones that I really loved out of the film, because it's like, yeah, we're gonna drink and we're gonna get buzzed, but remember those that's going on before us. And it's pretty dope to have those things passed on from generation to generation.
But
and,
could
and
like
passed on
go
within the
ahead.
peer group because who knew when you were watching it for the first time during that scene that
Yeah.
when Coach E said that and the brother
Yeah.
pushed back and he like, no, we're gonna do this, and then to have preach in the movie over Coach E's grave saying pouring this out for the dudes who ain't here, and now he's one of the dudes, and he
Yeah.
Yeah.
so the guy that's in the grave is the guy who taught the lesson while he wasn't in the grave.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That was because like to this day, like I remember being in college and being in high school, you would pour a little bit out, then pass it around. So I totally get that. I just wish they would have had one shot of Coach East playing basketball, like actually playing basketball, like because you could tell that follow through was bad. So I feel like he probably couldn't play, like he probably because he was like it was and if you're looking at it now, I don't know about you guys, I see a lot of other characters, like I see a lot of JJ and Coach East. You
Hmm.
know, you see Raj in Preach because he could, yeah. So you see a lot of the same similarities because he has a playbook. But I just wish we
And,
could have
and,
had
and even the younger brother, I forget his character name in that
Puda,
film.
Puda, Puda,
The
yeah.
one who got the gorilla dude on it. That's Dwayne. You know, you're gonna always have
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
that ain't quite as cool as the other guys. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't quite there, but you still your boy, you bring him along.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so again, like Eric Monty, who he's the guy who wrote it. He said that after the movie hit, they decided they wanted to do a series and they wanted to do a dramatic series. But then the networks were like, people don't want that, so we're going to do it with comedy. So that's how they made it into What's Happening. And then the
Mm.
guys who played Stone, the bad guys, they were really bad guys. Like they were really, I forget the name of the set they're with, but they were really Chicago gangsters
Yeah.
that the director saw and was like, "We want you to be in our movie." So that's how he got the guys to come in. So it really was really method acting.
One thing you gotta love about Stone, and the other brother escapes me, so I say Stone and
Stone and Robert and Stone, yeah.
Robert. One thing you got to say about them. So when they picked up Cochise and preached on the joyride, it was all love. When they got arrested, it was all love. When they got separated, interrogated, it was all love. It only became doubt when the two others got out and they didn't. But here's what I want to point out to common day hood about snitching. Stone wasn't trying to kill them. They just wanted to squabble.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It was Damon that did the lick with
Damn.
his head.
Yes.
Like even when Stone and them was chasing Preach and Martha's, it was just to fight. Cause like even though I believe you told on me, I just want to whoop your ass, not kill you. We're gonna be cool
Right.
after the fight.
Yeah. That's fair.
I
Yeah,
think that's
it
something
was.
that gets lost, like in the modern day translation of snitching in the hood and shooting in the hood versus fighting in the hood. They were still boys.
Yeah, we gonna be all right the next day. You
Yeah.
need to get this out right now.
Yeah.
Ah.
And that was the thing with in the end credits, you get, we always think, oh, they're gonna live forever. Like anybody that did bad, they killed them off in some kind of liquor store heist or something like that because they kept on with that bad behavior, and like they were the bullies in the neighborhood. But then it's something that my brother told me when I was younger. He said, keep an eye on your friends because you're gonna see what happened to them if they keep on that road that they're on. And
Yeah.
just to go back to the scene, it's funny because this movie has so many layers. The generational stance that they show, because what's the guy? Dog, he was staying on Martin. Um,
No,
he was the
Garrett
teacher in this
Morris.
one,
Garrett Morris. Yeah.
Gary Morris. It
He's
was like
yeah.
him and his boy, who was the detective. They were just the older versions of the kids that they were trying to save
They
because
smoke weed in the precinct.
they was smoking weed at the precinct. It was like, and it's just those type of, when we talk about subtleties in films that make it authentic, it's those type of things. Even though it wasn't the best grade of film to shoot on, it wasn't the best setting. Sometimes the audio was kind of off. It was those small things that made the storytelling of it great. And
Hey, so
that's
you also
what.
I want you to peep some game about that scene because you expertly and definitely brought it up, right? Like you nailing it. So the teacher gets the two good kids out of trouble.
Mm,
He then asks for leniency on the real bad kids, to which the detective says, no way, they sheet too long. And on the way out the door says, well, come on, man, just make that like joyriding or something for them. And the guy doesn't say no.
Yeah.
He just gets like, man, get on out here with that.
right.
But the fact that they got out a couple of days later shows you that the black detective did what the teacher wanted and hooked them up too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fair. I didn't even think about
Because
that.
they were supposed to be gone to Cook County, like gone, like away
Oh
from
yeah,
the
yeah,
trial. But they just got out like a couple of days later.
yeah.
Wow.
And that shows
And
you the influence of like relationships, not only the teacher to the police officer, but the relationships between the students and the teacher and the community and the teacher.
Hmm.
because even though Gary Morris didn't teach Stone, he knew enough. Like, hey man, they might be bad, but they ain't bad enough to throw away. So look out
Yeah,
Right.
for them.
yeah,
And
that's fair. Like
and
that.
and Neely, just to drop two pennies on what you were saying, uh, even the dialogue between um preach and the teacher, and we always got those dialogues where the kid think they can outsmart the teacher, where he was like, man, what do you really want in life? And preach said, I want to live forever. And it's that smart, arrogance that he has, and it's like, it's those type of, the way you tell that story is those type of elements that you put in it, which a lot of films, that's what take a good film from being a good film to being a great film. Because like we were saying, this film didn't age. It's one of those evergreens. It's like the lessons taught in this film go from, it's generational. It's not it doesn't end with, oh, in the 90s is over, or in the 70s is over. No, it's that same lesson that young kids don't get.
But you keep teeing this thing up for me, dog. Like you keep teeing it up. Because you don't went to the teacher and preach in the bathroom scene is when I want to live forever. So
Hmm.
Lamont, when you asked me about watching that movie back then and watching it now, back then I remember thinking, damn right, preach, that'll shut that cheap ass up.
Right.
But now when I watch it, I think like, oh, I wish the teacher would have said, well, that's why you need to keep writing poetry, because through your writings you will live forever. Because you reading the works of people been dead
Yeah,
100 years. If you want to live forever, and
there
he
you
kind
go.
of did it when he talked about knowledge or whatever. But that little scene in my youthful years, preach won the scene. But when
Yeah.
I watch it as an adult, the fact that that teacher turned around and said, "And don't ask me to get you out of jail. Don't ask me for nothing." And
Yeah,
it showed the kid like, "Oh man, you the one who did that."
like you did it. Oh, it wasn't just yeah, yeah. That was
Yeah.
cool.
I
That was.
love that bathroom scene. But, oh, you own it, Piggly Wiggly. You own it.
100%. But okay, the movie cost 750,000 to make.
Mm.
Guess how much money? Guess how much money it made?
It had to be a great investment if all the costs were 750. What did it, I don't know.
13 million.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
If he,
Supply.
but
if he
Well,
walked in a few of those scenes instead of running and shoot some basketball, it might have cost 900 to make. So
right.
yeah, I guess
Right.
they say the money on the basketball, but the soundtrack was fire too. Let's not like the soundtrack, like Motown. You got Stevie. You got everybody on that thing. Like that back when soundtracks was soundtracks.
You're right.
but Lamont, peep game. And to the audience out there, peep game. Don't just listen to the soundtrack, which is important. Look at the scenes of when they drop those songs in from
Hmm.
start to finish.
Yeah,
Like the a lot of times, man, movies that have a great soundtrack, but like the placement or the use of the songs is off. Like maybe you can't hear the lyrics because the lyrics don't really match the scene, so they just using the instrumental or something. They really did a great job, particularly in that era, finding the moments for those songs.
yeah, that's fair. Especially for me, that final moment when preachers leave, when he's leaving and he's running, and then they freeze him in time, and like, yeah, that really hits.
And
That
and
really hits.
also one of your pet peeves, Lamont, like they used it at the proper time with the environment or the context of the scene. Like with the upbeat tempo songs, they did it during the parties. Like you hear Smokey Robinson
Yeah,
singing with the Miracles, or at the top of it, I think they were playing Stevie when he was live at the Apollo, where they were where they trying to get to school, because Coach Eve come in, wake preach up, and they trying to get, no, it was when they were getting out of school, when they was skipping class, and they were going to the zoo, which I never
mm.
understood that. Like, all these boys, all the places go in Chicago, you want to go to the zoo.
Well,
But
you wouldn't believe it now when he told you it didn't cost but $750. So
right, and they were
Yeah,
stealing
so
food,
they had to use
and they
what
were
they
stealing
had.
food. But it's those elements again that sells the story. It's like you had the radio playing and people are dancing in the club. Well, not the club, but the hangout spot and shooting dice in the back, and the radio's playing because they give you the shot. They set up the scene by giving you a tight shot of the radio playing, and then
So
you
you
got
know where
people.
the music's coming from.
Right, you know where the music's coming from. So it's just the director and the writer, they were just synced up for this one.
They were, and I want to let's shout out to cast real quick. We got Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, that's Joe Jackson. You got Glenn
Hmm.
Thurman, Colonel Taylor. You got Gary Morris, first black guy on Saturday Night Live. We got Stephen Williams. He pops up everywhere. That was Jimmy Lee. Jimmy Lee, the bad uncle, and then Robert
Hmm.
Townsend makes his movie debut in there. I
Yeah.
forgot he was.
basketball court.
Yeah, I forgot he
Yep.
was in there. He makes his movie debut there. So they had that was a strong cast that are still working today. So Eric Monty did a really good job with casting and directing, and so I don't know. I just love Coolie High. I think it's a really great film, and anybody who's watched these newer ones, you got to go back and watch this.
And
So
let's give Eric Monty his flowers because you know a lot of his creativity from his life experiences got stolen from him. As far as what's the guy who was the producer
no, he
for
Norman.
Good Time?
He sued Norman Lear because he
Yeah.
did the way the story is told and what I understand. He came up with the character of George Jefferson. That was his idea. I'm gonna do George. I'm doing Good Times. When he got to Good Times, he was right around Good Times. Left to go do Coolie High. When he left to go do Coolie High, Norman Lear pops up to Jefferson's. And he's like, well,
Hmm.
that's my character. And he never got paid for it. He sued him. He got $1 million for it. So he got his money back, but then they blackballed him from Hollywood.
Right.
But if you think about the Sanford and Sons, the George Jeffersons, the Cooley High stuff, listen, he touched everything. So you
Hmm.
got to give him his flowers. Well, guys, let's get into our categories. Let's see who won, who lost. And Neely, since you're the guest, we're gonna let you go first, brother. Who's your MVP of Cooley High? Who won the movie for you?
You know, maybe if the film would have taken on a little more of the white shadow and we had some basketball scenes, I could go with the guy who gave his life in Cochise, but I have to go with Preach. Preach was the glue in the positive side. He was the glue in the negative side. He was the glue in the relationship with the community, as in the restaurant owner, as in the hood. The dice guys knew him. Clearly, the teacher of the school knew him. He was probably, the most well-rounded character in the movie. Like he could have gone another 30 or 40% in any of those veins of his personality. He could have shot more dice. He could have wrote more poetry. He could have cut class more. He could have been the student of the month more. Like he brought so much to the table, and then was able to display even before the death vulnerability. The bathroom scene with the teacher. His dreams, his smiles, his setbacks. I thought Preach, man, I got to give him MVP.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Glenn Thurman, amazing job, and like I said, that was a breakout role for sure. Like he's a guy on the poster. So,
Yeah.
all right, Alex, who you got? Who's your MVP?
I got to go with Neely on this. Preach. Thurman he was the guy. And mind you, like I'm a semi exploitation movie buff. After that, he did J.D. Walker's Revenge. Like this guy
Mm-hmm.
was amazing on camera, and he sold it well. And mind you, he was married to Aretha Franklin. You gotta give brother props. You gotta give brother, but
Like for what
we don't
from what
want
I
to
heard,
tell the
all
rest of the
those good
story.
No, he wasn't a great husband, but
He was
all
not.
them great songs she wrote about him. She wrote about him, so he wins for that. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
that his character in the film, like Neely said, he was the rock out the crew. Like he was the solid one, and even though he was the one that initiated a lot of mischief, like, but he was the brains. He was the and he was the lying piece because he lied about driving a Maserati and didn't know how to drive a car at all. But then ended up
I
on the
would do
job
that. I would have done that.
on the job winning because he got him out of trouble with the police as far as the chase
Yeah.
was concerned. So preach for me, preach, and he got out. Like he left Chicago, and that's what I like.
No.
He went to Hollywood and he expounded on his dream. So yeah, preach for me is the MVP.
Yeah, I think it's.
Before you give yours, man, can I hop on something that the brother?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because again, I don't want the world to miss these beautiful points he's making. I picked preach, he picked preach. We articulated those reasons, but you just gave me another reason that I just missed as a coming in age as a black kid. Now, they were prepared to copy off preach paper for the test. Preach got them out of jail. Preach did everything. And even in that doing everything, he felt the need to cap around his boys about driving a Maserati.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, it's just amazing, man, as black men, black boys coming of age, this desire to steal. Even you already straight, you already good, but I got to add something on.
Yeah, we do that.
There's no reason to lie. You ain't got to lie to kick and preach, but he felt that Stone, Coach Chiefs rock with me. Coach Chiefs going to cop off my test tomorrow. But unless I tell Stone and them I done drove a Maserati, I gotta be good everywhere. It's amazing, man.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
Great.
Well, we're gonna make it unanimous. I gotta go with Preach too. I was gonna get cute and try to say Eric Monty, but I think Preach is the guy. Glenn Thurman, like any other you push this to 85, 95, he's the rock star. He's Damson Idris, he's getting a movie deal. Like, because he was so good in this, he showed range. He showed a lot. So, yeah, he's definitely the MVP of this one. All right, Neely, you got an LVP. Somebody you sucked or you wanted to see more of.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a name that's not the name, but then give you my real one. And I'm not going to spend time on the one I was inkling toward. It's hard to not want to make Stone the LVP, the least. Because if nothing else, Stone, and I'm looking at you, Stone, you knew Coach Cheese had a scholarship. When you pull up on the corner, you say, hey, preach, one of you other guys come hop in, Coach Cheese, not you.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to go with Stone. But I'm not going to go with Stone. Because that damn Damon.
Yes.
Not only are you known for fighting at the parties and you come fight at a party, all good. Take your butt whooping, which I thought you took, and then days later, you the one who riled up Stone. They be like, hey, they gonna preach right there. They like he's the one who really not only directly caused Coach Cheese death, he caused the fight. He was the one on the basketball court with Robert Townsend spreading the rumor that y'all had told.
Yeah.
You take Damon out the movie, Coach Cheese goes to a D1 scholarship, gets drafted, story over. But no, here go that damn Damon.
Yeah, that's
Damon's
fair. That's fair. And I love how with the continuity, Damon's eye was really big. Yeah. The next day, So but Damon definitely. All right, Alex, who you got? LVP.
LVP. I'm gonna go with and I know I'm about to break man law with it, but I'm gonna go with the girl that Coach Chief slept with that Preach was loving on.
Good one.
She come on now. I get it. Hold on, because I know what you're about to say. Don't do that. Listen, You know these two guys are best of friends.
Best.
And I know Coach Chief is wrong. He violated man code. I get it. Thou shall not.
No, he did. He did though.
Thou shall
Don't
not. Which makes it a carnal law. Thou shalt not holler at any girl that your boy used to dig on. I get it. Thou shalt not.
Gray area.
But
There's
it's a gray area. But she knew what she was doing when she said, "I'm gonna give Coach Chief some because I'm a hurt preach because he hollered at this light skinned girl." So for me,
but okay.
And she didn't have them. She didn't have too many speaking roles, but she was the most effective one because if she hadn't slept with Coach Chief, Preach could have at least warned Coach Chief that they coming for us, dog. But nah.
Okay, all right. Here you go. All right, my LVP.
Neely,
This is
we always gonna have an argument on stuff like this. So welcome to the family on this one. Here we go. Here's Lamont. Here's Lamont by my dreams.
Hear him, but I ain't gonna hear him.
Okay, you're gonna hear me. Okay, here's my hot take. My hot take: the LVP of this is Coach East. First off, you don't do that, bro. You don't do that. Like you even if you know your guy got a side girl and that's his main girl, you don't do that. That's a no. If he doesn't do that, then Preach doesn't get mad, run away. Ain't nobody getting hurt. He's the LVP. He's a horrible friend. That guy's been down with him since the beginning. Come on. You get any girl in the school. You Neely. Like, what are you doing? You don't do that. No. So he's the LVP. You gonna blame the girl? I don't blame the girl. You know why? Because the girl ain't my best friend. The girl ain't my best friend. My best friend's supposed to be like, nah, dog, I ain't doing that. I'm gonna pick somebody else.
You know I love you, brother. But in this
Here
situation,
we go.
This is like a pack of Dentyne, and I'm the fifth dentist. I can't. 4 out of 5 recommend. I can't recommend. I can't go with you. Because here's the way I look at this thing.
You can't.
What could you change in the movie where the saddest part of the movie doesn't happen? And the saddest part of the movie is Coach He's dying.
Yeah.
So that put Damon at the list, and that put old girl at the list. It's them two and only two. And let me tell you about Coach Cheese. Let me rebut what you actually laid out there, because
that's karma. It's coming back. It's karma.
Debated, but I just want to point a couple things out. Can't claim but one.
No,
Can't claim but one.
You can.
And when Preach planted his flag on Brenda, that left anything he used to be with on the table. And then you say that Coach Cheese could have had anything he wanted. Like most men, we want what want us. She came to him. Now, maybe there was a minute in time where he could have said, hey, Preach, your girl hollering at me. No, I'm going to knock off because that really ain't your girl. She used to be your girl.
Exactly. You don't leave school.
See, I agree with everything you said. Had Coach Cheese, had he walked in and Coach Cheese was sleeping with Brenda.
That's what I thought. And, when you first hear
Brenda, I'd be with you. I'd be with you.
But that's
he
just
was sleeping with the chick that Preach had already run to and been done with.
No, but that was his main girl. Like, that was like you don't do that to your boy.
Have two main girls, you can't claim but one.
And
That's
mind
fair.
you got to understand. Let's go back, because I think this is going to be a couple of extra minutes added to it. Let's go back, because Preach was running interference with old girl when Coach Chief, when they was in the stairwell, and he was like, hey man, take care of your girl because she blocking. This girl was blocking at first. She didn't even want Coach Chief to sleep with her friend. And then later on, she ends up being the one sleeping with Coach Chief. Right. She was the one that came and slept with Coach Chief. So, boom. All right.
But she
is a villain, man.
boy.
She's a villain.
No, she's not. She's
She
not
is a
like Nina
villain.
from Love Jones. She is
Or
not.
she's not.
She's
She's not to the element of Nina.
no.
Well,
That.
I don't know. She might be Nina's grandma.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
I'll make it. I'll stick with it, and also make a Chicago-based villain. She might not be Nina Love Jones' villain. She Florida Evans' villain.
Yeah, Florida did hold James down. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
How this chick is.
Yeah.
She just don't look like the villain, but when you peel back the layers, she the reason Coach East dead.
I feel like, listen, we got to agree to disagree on that one. I feel like Coach East had a, that's karma coming back. You don't do your boy like that.
So you saying Coach East got himself killed?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
How do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm saying he did.
Wow.
If you don't go after your boy's girl, like Coach East is right. He's right up there with Nina, Jenny, Scar. Like he's right up there.
Really?
You don't do your boy like that. There's rules to this.
To Anakin.
There's rules to this.
Mont,
yes, there's rules.
My heart. You take me down a path I just can't follow you.
I'm so okay. You don't have to. I'm saying I'm just putting it out there. Just putting it out there.
Hey, be on. Look,
and I can't follow you down that path.
Be on that island.
I got another
LVP.
No, I got another LVP, and I thought about this when I saw it the second time. Like in this movie, none of the women are like he doesn't do a really good job with portraying good women in this movie.
Fair.
And I'm like, except for the mom, which I love the mom, which I thought that was kind of cool. But if you get to like Juice and these later coming of age movies, they give the ladies a little bit more agency. So in this one, they're kind of pawns in the game, which I thought he could have gave. Like it would have been cool if Garrett Morris, the teacher, if that would have been a lady, that could have been cool. So you could have seen some of that. But he wasn't. I guess he wasn't thinking that back then. But I would have.
Here was a missed opportunity to give the ladies agency. When you get to the scene of where the villain gets created because Brenda Keesis preached where she could see it, that lets the world know Brenda knew Preach had a lady. If you could have made Brenda look like a better woman if she would have been in the dark to Preach's other women. But she knew this chick existed. That's why she pushed him up against the locker, tongued him down in front of her, and like, now you deal with that.
Yeah, yeah. And like a dummy.
She co-LVP.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Brenda was a bad girl.
6 man and 6 women coming out the bench. They didn't have a lot of screen time, but they made the most of it. So who you got, Neely? Who's your 6 man and 6 woman?
Not a lot of screen time. Oh, my boy. Even though he erroneously was reporting that, I don't play ball with snitches. He's the one that's able to get them in the 25-cent party for free because he got his girl away from the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
And he took
his character never got fully developed, but you could tell he was kind of like the older, more street savvy guy in the group.
That's fair. What about you, Alex? Who you got? 6 man and 6 woman.
6 man coming off the bench for me is going to be I want to do a Cole, but I can't. I get it. But I got to go with the teacher.
Gary Morris. Solid.
Gary Morris
Solid.
Came in. You didn't see him until the end with everybody going after the party. So, and then after the party, he had like 2 major scenes that he was doing. So, for me, coming off the bench is him. If I could have a Cole, I just want to put this out there. My boy from 21 Jump Street, the pimp.
Yeah, Uncle Jimmy. Yeah,
Uncle
Jimmy Lee. Jimmy Lee. Yeah.
Jimmy Lee was so cold with the photo. He like, hey, these girls be stealing, man. Look, give me the money. I said, when you think about the scam, he was selling this dude straight up. He was catfishing before catfishing was ever started. Like he showed him pictures of these chicks, and the John was so bloodthirsty He's like, yeah, are they clean? Look, that's the part that ate me up throughout the whole film. Are they clean? Are they good? Yeah, man, they good, clean girls. Just go to this room,
He was headed to the raw dog. He was going over to the raw dog.
Yeah.
right?
He
Straight
didn't
raw
care.
dog.
Mm.
Terrible. But
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
that would have been my Colt. That would have been the second guy. But I just wanted to put that out there. I don't know if Lamont you had him picked, but for me, those two
Yeah, that's
guys,
my guy. That's my guy, Jim. Yeah.
Jimmy Lee.
Yeah, Jimmy Lee's my guy. Yeah, Jimmy Lee, because every scene he was in was money.
Yeah.
Every scene. And everybody has had that uncle. Like that bad influence, good influence uncle. He played it perfectly, just like you knew that he was those guys back in the day and he just grew up.
hmm
So I gotta rock
Also,
with Jimmy Lee. He's my sixth man.
also, let me put two pennies on what you said with Jimmy Lee. Jimmy Lee and Samuel Jackson character in Juice, same guy
Yeah.
to me.
Like
Because
this
OG,
is
they
the
OGs
same
to
movie
the
minus the villain.
yeah, OG guys messing with the young bucks, and like even the scene where Preach was looking for Coach E, it was the same way when Q was looking for I think Bishop, and Q went up to Samuel Jackson's character, and he was like, I don't know, man. I'm trying to holler at this young girl, and you see the same scene. It's the same exact scene. So that for me, that's just my two pennies when you look at it and your film eyes on. It's like, oh, okay, I can see the nod to Cooley High and Juice on that.
Yeah, this movie has influenced a shit ton of films. Like it really
Yeah.
has.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it really has. All right, okay, Neely, on our podcast we go full tank, half tank, fourth of a tank, no gas. What are you giving Coolie High?
With full tank being the highest,
Highest. Full tank is the highest.
I got to go full tank, man. I got to go full tank. There's a lot of things in it. Like when I watch it with my today's eye, I want to lessen that a little bit. But the nostalgia of it, the timelessness of it, the fact that you could watch it today is relevant, including the soundtrack.
hmm
The storyline is relevant. The actors are relevant. And then when you do the 30,000 foot view and look at how many things have existed since 1974 in cinema and TV that would not have existed without this, I don't know if they're going to ever exhaust that gas. I'm going full tank.
100%. What about you, Alex?
Full tank at Bucky's.
Yeah.
I got beaver nuggets in one hand, beaver nuggets in one hand, and a brisket burrito in the other one, and I just left out the bathroom, bro. Best, like
Amazing. Clean bathroom. Clean bathroom.
clean bathroom, and it's individualized. Like you don't hear nothing from nobody. You just close the door, lock that door, and that's it. So for me, that's what Coolie High is. When I watched it when out in the 90s, and per now, 50 years later, this is an evergreen film with evergreen lessons that generational, like if you're a film watcher, you share it with the next generation. Like, hey, you got to watch this film.
Yeah,
And Lamont, you
100%. Full tank for me. Full tank. Full tank just because of everything you guys said. Like it had its flaws, but it matters. Like it's one of the ones when you got to say the movies you should watch from this generation is one of those ones. So like you got to see Coolie High. Like it's part of the curriculum. If you don't see Coolie High, you don't like it. We can't be friends. Like just lose my number. We out.
yeah.
All right. Now this movie was a love letter to Chicago. So we don't do this all the time, but we thought it would be kind of cool. Give us your Mount Rushmore top 4 Chicago films. There's been so many back in the day. So Neely, give us your Mount Rushmore Chicago films.
In no particular order. I'm just giving you the 4 heads.
Okay.
Coolie High.
Mm-hmm.
The Blues Brothers.
Ooh.
This night we're wearing sunglasses. You're going to Chicago. You're going to Chicago. The Blues Brothers. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yes. Yes.
And here's the one that's going to be a curveball to the crowd out there. Because y'all call it Gotham, but it's Chicago. I got to go Dark Knight.
That's fair, but okay, listen, Dark Knight's that's a good list. That's a strong list. I wasn't expecting the Dark Knight, but yeah, well, you get points for that because that was in Chicago. Points for that.
Yeah.
All right, Alex, what you got, sir?
This was a curve for me because I didn't even think about. Now I got to go into my Rolodex in my head to think about the movies that I've seen from
Well, that's cool.
Chicago.
I'm gonna do mine real quick, and then
Do
we'll.
yours.
I'll
Yeah.
do mine real quick, and then we'll come back to you. Okay.
hmm
For mine, A Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That was my favorite movie for a long time. Love the way he's talking to the camera. Matthew Broderick. Love that. Coolie High, of course, for all the reasons that we said. My number 3 is Hoop Dreams. Like
Mm.
Okay.
they follow these dudes,
Okay.
dude.
Yeah.
Like they follow like that. As a photographer, I want to do that. Like I want to put a camera on you and live. Like I want to tell that story. So Hoop Dreams was the best documentary of all time. And my last one, uh, Chicago. I'm not. You know what? I gotta go Blues Brothers too, cause that's classic. That's Aykroyd. Like those are my guys. And if you could only pick one, that's the one. I did love About Last Night, and like and home forgot Home Alone.
Yeah. Home
Fuck
Alone
that.
was in
Home
Chicago.
Home
Alone.
Alone. I'm going Home
Home
Alone.
Alone.
I'm going Home Alone. I'm going Home Alone. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Blues Brothers. I gotta go Home
That
Alone.
was mine, but I was like, no, Gotham is Chicago. I'm going with Dark Knight.
I gotta go Home Alone. I'm sorry. I gotta go. I'm bad. My bad. All right, Alex, your turn,
Okay,
sir.
I'm gonna hop in, but I think I'm gonna have to go the TV route because I can't think of anything as far as movies were concerned. Uh, Cooley High for one. Good Times,
Yeah.
Chicago all day.
Yes. Yes.
Nowadays, I'll have to give it. I know we want to go with the Shy. That's obvious, but I'm gonna go with Force.
Yeah, but that first season though,
I don't care,
with
bro.
Tommy.
For
Yeah.
Force with
Yeah.
Tommy in Chicago, taking over
Well,
Chicago, the city, and it's
that's
still
good.
giving it
That's
love.
good. That's a good show.
So
That's
that
good.
one, and I think I'm gonna just drop off with my fourth one because I can't think of anything off the top like that. But those three are real strong for me.
Well, what about wait the bear
The Bear. Oh my God.
the
Yes.
bear that's Chicago. That's so
All day.
Chicago. Yeah.
Yes. With Robert
Yeah.
Townsend in it. Robert Townsend was in the doggone show.
Robert
Yeah.
Townsend's about. Yeah.
He
Townsend is
authentic. He
back.
made it authentic
So
because Robert
yes.
Townsend is so Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay.
I'll throw an honorable mention on. They
Okay.
had a backside to Mount Rushmore. Brian's song, Piccolo and Gail Sayers.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Not the new one, but the old
No,
one.
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no. The original.
Yeah.
No, no,
The
no.
original. The original for sure. Yeah. That was a good one. Yeah. That was really really good. Really good. Well, Neely, man, thank you so much for joining us, man. Please don't be a stranger. We really appreciate your insight. And listen, tell people, first of all, tell people where they can find your pod because you doing big things. We little people, we want to see, tell them where they can find you.
No, we all in the same game, man. Anything I can do to help y'all, I'm willing to do. I can be found on the Pregame Network on YouTube as well as other social media platforms. But the bread and butter is on YouTube. We do content daily. We got daily live shows as well as produced content that drops. And we're right now, man, coming up as we're doing this talk on Coolie High. We're about to cross over 121,000 subscribers. So
Whoa. That's what I'm talking about.
appreciate
Freak
the
yeah.
love, man. And how you have a good time at somebody's house and you kind of invite yourself back.
Yeah.
Hey, when we
Yo,
gonna do this again? When we
Any,
gonna do this again?
bro,
What
anytime.
movie you want? What
Anytime.
movie you want?
Anytime. What you got? You tell us.
You tell us what movie
Man,
you
I
want
gotta
to get.
tell y'all, I was see y'all don't be knowing I be watching y'all stuff, man. I was so with y'all. I can't think of the name of it, but it's out on Netflix, whatever. The drug heist all the big name actors.
Oh, the Rip.
The
Yeah.
Rip. I was so with y'all when y'all got into the debate over meat left on the bone. Don't get me wrong, it was it was a good movie, but I expected so much more from the caliber of actors in it that they left a lot of meat on the bone. It's like, man, give me more. Like, I don't even know. Other than TNA, I don't know why that black chick was in it like one line or two.
Yeah, but that was they caught her at the beginning. Like if she was in it now, they would have gave her more. She's Oscar nominee, so they would have hooked her up with more.
Yeah, I like the work that y'all doing the breakdowns, man. You know, I'm a movie buff. I sit down and watch movies, so anything is right up my alley. The only thing I don't know a lot of horror movies. I'm not in that genre.
Well, you're in the same boat with us.
Yeah, but Sinners, we don't really mess with horror, but we did dig Sinners. We really dug that this year.
Oh yeah, but I never. So I was late to Sinners, and it took my ex-wife, shout out to Tanya, to tell me it wasn't a horror movie because I don't do horror movies. It's not enjoyable to me. And she was like, "No, it's really not a horror movie." And I watched it. I was like, I don't know why they're labeling it a horror movie. Because it ain't a scary. It's not designed to scare you. You know, it's not designed to be gory. Shout out to Sinners, man.
Yeah, 16 nominations, amazing. We try to talk them into sending us up there, so fingers crossed, make that happen.
Well, that'd be dope.
Yeah, would be really dope. So listen, man, anytime you want to come back, let us know. Anything comes up on the radar, let us know. Like I said, we love your insight, and you're welcome back anytime.
And as we have talked about before, man, still interested, want to see how we can share this content, have you guys join the network umbrella, and so more people can see y'all's critique and what y'all are talking about while it's going on in your own station. I tell people all the time, and it's like ABC and Hulu. So hey, live on ABC Wednesday nights, we'll be available the next day. So do y'all thing, man. Let's find a way to share content.
Definitely will, brother. Really do. Appreciate you. We'll talk to you down the line, man. Peace.
Peace.
It's my theme music. Every good hero should have some.